And welcome back this Friday morning. You're watching News Breakfast. Stunned residents of fire-affected towns in northern New South Wales have spoken of their shock and disbelief about the fury of the blazes that hit early this week. They have returned home to assess the extent of the damage in the towns of Tavilam, Tingha and Wollongara. So far, it's been confirmed 20 homes have been lost.
The three blazes have all now been downgraded to advice level overnight as fire crews strengthen containment lines. We can cross now for the latest to our reporter Mark Reddie, who joins us from Tingha. So what is the situation there now, Mark?
Good morning, Madeline. As you say, that fire has now been downgraded from a watch and act to an advisory level, although the focus today will be about bringing that fire under control. Backburning operations have been taking place across the northern end of the fire between Gilgai, Old Mill and Tingha. Of course, firefighters are now taking advantage of favourable weather conditions, cooler temperatures, lighter winds, although that easterly wind is expected to pick up as we head throughout the day, with wind gusts of up to 30 kilometres predicted. Now, there is still a high fire danger rating in place. There's also a smoke warning which has been issued for Inverell, just north of Tingha. People there being advised to keep their windows shut, to stay indoors where possible, because those backburning operations are creating quite a bit of thick and heavy smoke in that area. Now, as you say, more residents are expected to return home today. Yesterday it was a scene of devastation for one resident we spoke to.
It was like a wave. It was just a wave of fire. It's absolutely amazing. To see that there like that, I didn't expect that. I knew it was going to burn if it happened, but I didn't expect to see it total.
So difficult for those people having to go home and clean up now, Mark. But we can see you there on the main street of Tingha, which was fortunately spared. And there's an interesting tale as to why that's the case.
Yeah, that's right. So last night we had a bit of downtime and we headed to the pub and chatted with some locals and had some dinner. It was quite nice catching up with them, and we had a chat about why this town looks the way it does. It's still standing. It looks like no fire has even come anywhere close. So a local told me that this is referred to as a town common, which basically means that cattle can roam around the town, eat grass, cross the road and basically do what they wish. Now, on either end of the town is a cattle grid, and that has basically somewhat prevented the fire from reaching this area because there is a low fuel level because the cows have eaten all this grass. So quite an interesting fact there. It's also apparently one of only 2 places in the world where cattle are allowed to roam freely, the other place being India. So quite an interesting fact there from the locals. Also in town today, it is still relatively quiet, although there is a barbecue just about 20 metres up the road from me going on, and some really dedicated volunteers working incredibly long hours, 8-hour shifts back to back overnight, always making sure there are bacon, eggs, sausages, cans of drinks. They're ready for these weary firefighters who have spent so much time out there, trying to put out that blaze. It really has been quite dangerous for them. And there have been firefighters coming from all over the state, from Ku-ring-gai in Sydney, all the way up from the northern end of New South Wales. So the community spirit is still very strong here. People are banding together, they're chatting, they're helping each other out. The pub we were at last night told us about how at the height of the fire, they just let everyone come into the hotel, have some food and sleep in some of the rooms upstairs until they were able to go home. So it's really nice hearing those stories coming out this morning.
It is, Mark. Thank you very much for bringing all of that to us.